All right, let's say we want to plot some 3D points using the grapher that comes with Macintosh. So you start grapher and then you get this little window so you can either plot a two-dimensional graph or three-dimensional graph. So choose three-dimensional graph and I'm just going to leave it on default. All right, so it opens up a new graph and you got your three axes for three-dimensional coordinate system. You got an x-axis, a y-axis that are sort of the horizontal ones, like on a level plane, and the vertical axis, the z-axis. So if you want to plot a single point, you can go up here into the equation bar, just delete off the z equals, because we're going to put in an equation, we're going to put in a single point, come over here to this chooser on the far right side and choose one of these 3x1 matrices that has x, y, and z. Okay? And then put an equal sign. And then another one of those 3x1 matrices. Okay, so you've got your coordinates x, y, z, and then in the second matrix, you simply put in the values that you want. All right, so get inside the matrix and delete out x. Okay, put in 1. Get in there again, delete out y. Put in 3. There again, delete z and put in 2. Hit a return, and it plots my point. So there's my point. And you can click on the axes and rotate them around, look at them from different directions, etc. So to change some things to make it maybe a little easier to see, you can go up to the Format menu and choose Layout, and you'll get Background, Lighting, and Miscellaneous. Generally, with leaving the background black is pretty good. If you go to Lighting, I kind of like to pull down this, go to Color Contrast, then it gives you the 3 colors of the rainbow, so it makes things a little more colorful. And then I could go back to Format again, choose Axes and Frame, and then if you turn on Frame, then it puts the whole coordinate system inside a cube. So when you're first working with three-dimensional points, it's a little easier to kind of orient yourself if you got this within the frame. All right, now sometimes you might want to plot several points at once, in which case you can go up to Equation and make a choice of New Point Set. And you get this, and then you can edit the points. Click on Edit Points. So here, this is plotting 4 points. Here's my x, y, and z coordinates in column 0, or columns 1, 2, and 3. So the way this is going to work is, if I just do OK, it not only plots the points, but it puts a line in between them. So you can do figures. So if I go back to Edit Points, and I'm just going to click this bottom row and just do Delete. Get rid of that one. And then, let's say I'm going to double click on one of those numbers and I can change it. So make that 0, 0, 0. So there's the origin. I'll leave this one at 1, 1, 2. Leave this one at 2, 0, 3. And then I'm going to add another one. So I'm just going to click this row at the bottom, double click where the x coordinate is, and I'm going to put back in the origin for this point. So it automatically put in the other 2 zeros. So what that does is it draws from the first point to the second point to the third point and then back to the first point. So I get a closed figure. So now I have a triangle with one vertex at the origin and the other 2 vertexes up in three-dimensional space. Another thing that can be nice here when you get figures like this is leave this highlighted, go over here to the inspector, and make things different colors. So if I make that a bright red shows up pretty good. So now I've got that in bright red. I could make another one make it a different color, and makes it easier to see things, different sets of points that you've created.